Lady Charmaine, and my guest today is a Grammy Award-nominated recording artist and one of the stars of the hit reality show R&B Divas on TV1. And she's here today to talk about the new season of R&B Divas and also what she has coming up next. I want you to help me welcome Miss Syleena Johnson to the show. How you doing, Syleena? And welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I am good. And as I just said, you are a Grammy Award-nominated artist. You have been in the business a long time. And as I was reading your bio, you're also a classically trained singer as well. How long have you been singing?
Pretty much since I could talk, I suppose. I would say 3. That's the lucky number. Most artists always say, I've been singing since I was 3 years old. But I don't know. I've been singing so long, child, I guess I don't remember. I just remember key moments when I started really liking singing. It was probably like when I was 12, 11 or 12 years old. So.
And when did you decide that you wanted to make singing an actual career?
When I was 18 years old, I was in college, and I sang, no, sang at a talent show. Yes, brush, head. I sang at a talent show, and I won the talent show, and that's when I knew, like, okay, this is what I want to do. I was in college for a singing music performance major, and I was already wanting to sing, but it was classical music. So when I did the talent show, I sang Whitney Houston, I'll Always Love You. The response was so overwhelming that it made me realize this is what I want to do.
That you had a gift to sing. I'm sure you sing that song, and especially if you master that song, you will send everyone just through the roof. And I want to talk to you about this season of R&B Divas. We're in season 2, and this season has started off with a bang. 2 new divas, Latasha Scott and Angie Stone. Love those ladies. They've been on the show. Love them. So, but it has a little oil and water tone to it between you and Nicci, which I was not really expecting that. I know it's a couple issues last year, but what happened this season with you guys' relationship where it just looks like you guys are truly butting heads? What's going on? Because I'm looking for a sisterhood. I'm not saying it's anybody's fault, but that's what we see going on. What happened this season with the ladies?
Well, you know, what happens with any of ladies that you put together for long periods of time, I think basically that, no, the issue with Nicci and I'm so over this issue, but I do understand that viewers have a right to know, and viewers want to know. I think tonight when you see the finale, it's going to come clear for you better than I can tell you. You'll be able to just see it with your own 2 eyes. There are a series of things that have taken place that I have no control over that she has done. And it's nothing that I can do about those things, but she did them. So, and we don't know what those things are because she won't tell them, but they will come out. And I'm not the type of person that will sit here and I'm not going to bash Nicci. I wish Nicci the best in everything that she does. I pray that she finds peace and goes on with her endeavors. Her and I will never be able to be friends or be buddies or anything like that anymore, simply because I just don't think we're compatible. And there's things that she has done that she will not admit to, and she does not hold herself accountable for. And I can't move forward with a person that does not admit their faults that they've done to you. So for me, but I'm not a pity party. I'm not going to cry about it. You're not going to hear me talk about it. Because I'm wrong. I'm 36. I have 2 kids and a husband and a full life and family and friends that I have to, that deserve my full undivided attention. So with Nicci and that's just what that is. With the other ladies on the cast, however, I have very healthy relationships with every single one of them. I just had a 2-hour conversation with Angie Stone this morning. That's my girl. I talk to her every other day. We laugh and talk about all kinds of stuff. Kiki just came over the other day for Father's Day. Her and Michael, our husbands are very close friends. So, and me and her have been friends for years. So Natasha and Rocky, I've known Rocky for years. Faith is awesome. I just met her through Nicci, but she's still she's kind of chilling, laid back. She lives in LA, so she kind of does her own thing. And Monisha's been my girl for years, since 2006. So I have very good relations with everyone. And I just like to focus on that. And there is a sisterhood. Okay. It's more interesting to see. I guess it's more interesting to see all the elements. Not more interesting. It's interesting to see all the elements of what goes on. Right. I personally hope that next season, they'll show more singing and more of some of the issues that go on within our personal careers. But I will not blame production because they only have what we gave them.
Right.
And, it is what it is. So some of us felt that it was more important to make up stuff and contrive, crazy issues that don't exist. And, the season played out the way it did because of that, mostly.
I want to commend you on something because when I was asking you earlier about the relationship with you and Nicci, I want to commend you because although we saw the scenes with you, with your attorney, finding out that Nicci did not sign the release form, unless it shows tonight, I did not see you go to Nicci at all with any drama, going off on her. You should have signed it. When you got in her presence, you just didn't talk about it. And I thought that was just to be commended because some women will use that as fire for a reality show to create drama, and you didn't create any of it. Why did you choose to go the high road? Although you should, but why did you choose to take that road?
I'm really glad you asked me that. That's very strange. No one has asked me that yet, child. The reason why I didn't bring it up is because, for one, it really hurt the rest of the ladies to see us argue, right? And I knew that I was really upset about that situation. So I felt that this is more of a legal situation, and I'm going to have my lawyers deal with it, and I'm going to do it like that. And you all saw me talk to my lawyers. You saw what he told me to do, and I felt like, I'll just handle it that way. I think that she wanted to bring out that part of me, so I think that's why she held off. And then you will see tonight, she comes up with a new lie. She says, now her new lie is, I owe her $20,000, which, let me say, on record, is absolutely and completely false. Absolutely, from the top to the bottom. She had nothing to do with my workout DVD. I don't need her to help me with the workout DVD. I'm very good friends with Donna Richardson, Charmaine Norville. I'm connected with lots of fitness people that I look up to, that I'm trying very hard to get to their level. So if I'm going to do something, if I need advice, all I asked Nicci for was some different videographers that she knew. She sent me to Day 9 Film, which was a totally different production company of hers. Hers is No Ego. This is Day 9 Film. And I had a contract with him. He never signed and sealed and delivered. He never delivered the project. He took forever to edit it. And then him and Nicci went into cahoots, I guess. If she held up, she's just an appearance in the DVD. And I asked her to be in it when I thought we were still friends, but apparently we weren't. I thought we were okay. That's the reason why people are like, why is she in your video? Because we shot the video in like October or something, or September, late September, and I thought we were okay. But apparently she didn't like me then either. And maybe she plotted to do this for this season, but I didn't know. I was just trying to be, I shot her Cravado stuff for absolutely, totally free, never asked her for a dime. I never will to this day. Which I can turn around and be nasty and stupid too. But we were supposed to be helping each other. She gave me a contact to a videographer, and I used the contact. I was like, thanks. She told me what to give him. She told me what he would want. I promised him back end because I didn't have a lot to give him up front, but I promised him back end and exposure on the television show because they filmed him doing it season 1. They just didn't show it. And so I have a partner. Her name is Sheena Menard. My company's name is Syleena Health and Fitness. Now her new lie is that it was her production child, and that she just hauled off and just came out with the number, $20,000. And then Marcelo, the Day 9 guy, he went into cahoots with her, but he has no contracts of me saying that I was going to pay him nothing. But I have contracts with his signed signature of our agreement.
Wow.
So that's her new lie. And I'm glad that I didn't say anything, because I didn't want her to look bad, and I didn't want her to come out and try to make me come out and curse her out, which that didn't work because it ended up cussing out anyway. But I was trying to hold my peace, you know what I'm saying? Because I was really upset that she would do something like that to me. But whatever. I was blessed to be able to reshoot it. That was the only way I could, just cut everybody out. All I had to do was reshoot the thing. And I cut everybody out. It was my idea. It's my creation. She hollering, she created R&B Divas out there. Well, I created my Miss Soul. That's my creation. And that's my thing. And I never take my R&B Divas away from her, even though that's questionable. Turns out it's all kind of people coming out talking about they gave it an idea, which is weird, but whatever. But I never try to take that away from her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she tried to take that from me. I just tried to be silent about it because I felt like it was inappropriate. There were a lot of times that I told Nicci, and they didn't get this. That's one thing I wish they would have got on film. That I told her, we can talk about this another time off camera. Because I was trying to say, let's just go talk about our issues and work them out off camera. Why are you trying to put me, whatever it is your problem is with me, you can tell me off camera. I've been talking to you for months. You know where I live, you know my phone number, but all while we're not taping, she never called me, nothing. As soon as the camera comes on, I got all these issues out of nowhere. So that's why I didn't say that, because I didn't want to have to go off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All first season, she would provoke me and do stuff. And I realized she was doing it to try and make ratings, maybe. I don't know. But regardless of the fact, I didn't want that. But you all will see tonight that didn't work. So
that's why
I tried very hard to hold it in.
But you did. And I'm telling you. You did. So that's why I commend you on that. And I find it funny that you said, she could have talked to you without the cameras, because last week she said the same thing to Angie when Angie came to confront her. She said, you could have called me on the phone when Angie came to confront her. Because the one thing I appreciate about Angie Stone, her years in wisdom being in this business paid off. She went with her gut feeling when she confronted Nicci. And I want to see, hopefully tonight, how Nicci even addresses that situation, because we all thought it was a charity and foundation. And thank God for editing. They had all the clips from conversations and everything. And I'm like, they were able to back up what Angie was saying last week. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen, because I was shocked to really see you explode. I know that's going to be tonight, but I said, okay, I don't know what caused her to go there, because you've been quiet. You guys had your spats, but so we're going to find out tonight. I know it's going to be really juicy, but I wanted to say your family made history. When I was reading your bio, your mother was the first African-American police commissioner, first Black female police commissioner. That is a wonderful feat for your family.
Yes. Yeah, my mom was the first Black female police commissioner, very strong, of Harvey, Illinois. Yep.
That is wonderful. Because seeing your mom on the show.
She's the first Black police commissioner. Yeah, she's the first Black police commissioner in the United States.
Correct.
But she was the first Black police commissioner in Harvey. Where she resided. We resided in Harvey, which is like 10 minutes out of Chicago, like a small suburb out of Chicago.
Well, that's great for your family. With your mom being on the show, because you were very open about your relationship with your mom. And I think that you talking about your communication issues with your mother, I think it helped a lot of other mother and daughter relationships who's going through that or who's been through that and going through that right now. What made you want to open up like that on the show regarding your relationship with your mother?
Well, it was a collective decision. I would never put my mother out on Front Street. Mm-hmm. And she I had to make sure that that's something she wanted to do as well. But my mom was okay with it because my mom is in a place where she's not doing it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So she felt like, I mean, she still smokes. She still smokes cigarettes. You know, that's that's the one thing that she's having trouble with. But, you know, it takes time. But she doesn't drink anymore.
That's cool.
But yeah, she doesn't drink anymore. And she, she cooks all the time, and she's trying to, she's working out and doing stuff. And it's going to take her time. You know, she had, alcohol and cigarettes. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to stop cigarettes, you know what I'm saying, and alcohol at the same time. Mm-hmm. The reason why it was so detrimental for us is because she has so many other ailments that we were afraid of her really hurting herself. She has a COPD, she has degenerative arthritis, she has osteoporosis, she has a collaboration of different things, and the doctor was, like, yo, if you don't stop these things, it's going to be bad. You know what I'm saying? So I think that my mom wanted to help, and that's why, we even took it further. We took it further by doing the Iyanla Vanzant Fix My Life. And that was awesome for us. It really helped our family a lot. When I tell you it wasn't just about TV at all, it wasn't about TV for me at all. It was really, I've been loving Iyanla Vanzant since I was 16 years old. The first real self-help book I read was Value in the Valley. And right after that, I read In the Meantime. And then I used to read her devotional. So I've always looked up to Iyanla Vanzant, and I really wanted that help with her, my mom, to seek clarity. But, as an entertainer, people don't realize that we're human beings sometimes, and that, I'm going through the same thing that most women are going through. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I get up every morning, I got 2 babies that come in the room, jump on the bed. I got to feed them. My mom lives here. I got to make sure she's straight. I have issues with her, issues with my dad, issues, you know what I'm saying? And most women go through that, you know what I'm saying? There's most women I know, like all my friends, and I'll tell you, most of my friends, I have a couple of industry friends, being on the cast, like the ladies on the cast, probably the closest to me, but most of my friends have nothing to do with singing. Wow. They're everyday average women who are moms, and we talk about things that have nothing to do with my career. Those are my friends that I've been friends with since I was like 12 and 15, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we have kids and husbands, and we deal with these things. And the reason why I signed on to reality is because I wanted the viewer and my fans to get into me, Syleena, as a person, because I feel like getting into me, Syleena, as a person, will help you understand my music, because I write from my life. You know what I'm saying? So that was really important. That was kind of the point for me, understanding that my relationship with my mom and being able to show that relationship. And I thank my mother for allowing me to do that. Mm-hmm. That was very strong of her. And understanding that relationship helps my fans understand me, and hopefully, like you said, that other women can be like, yo, this is dope. This is going to help me get some clarity. And I'm not the only one. Just because she's a singer and on TV and a celebrity doesn't mean she's not going through stuff. She don't go through the same stuff I go through.
I think that's what makes it real, because you are a singer, and everybody thinks that when you're in the limelight, that your relationships with everybody is so perfect. And one of the closest female relationships is the mother-daughter relationship. And we were able to see that. And I think it made you more real for everybody, more accessible, where I can relate to her. So then when we hear your music, we're going to hear your music on a totally different level, because it's like we know her, not just know her music, but people are going to feel like they know you.
Absolutely. And that's what, that's the best I can do without actually just going over your house and having a conversation. That's the closest, that's the closest I can get besides just showing up at your front door. Right. And you want to be able to give, in an industry where it's so hard for us to get out here, you want to be able to, give a little more. So if I can't get on the radio, or if I can't get on I can't get my records out, then at least people can see me through television, and maybe they will want to buy my music and get to know me more based on who I am as a person.
Mm-hmm. And I think you've done that. I think you were pretty successful with that. Now we got a Facebook fan question from a young lady by the name of Sarah Edmonds from Vallejo, California. And this is her question. She says, do you feel that your relationship with your mother has anything to do with your female relationships? And she said, you know, the thing with you and Nicci, because you guys don't see eye to eye. So can you answer that question for her?
You know, Iyanla Vanzant tapped into that. And because of some of the things that I went through with my mom, it has made me a little more closed, you know, inside and not allowing certain people in. And then I thought at first that was bad. But you know what? It's bad to do it to everybody. It's not bad to do it to certain people. People don't really understand, and I don't know how to make people understand this. I don't have arguments with my friends. I don't have negative relationships. If I've had an argument with my friend, I promise it'll probably be like once every 2, 3, 4 years. Like, that's how ridiculous. I mean, that's how cool, that's how normal my relationships are. They're not damaging and, you know what I'm saying? I don't have, this thing with Nicci is brand new to me. I don't have this relationship with any of the women on the cast. Now, I'm not going to say that I'm a perfect person. I definitely have flaws, and I work on me every day. I think also, you know, I could have pulled back on the way I cussed her out or some of the things I said, but I do not apologize for my emotions because they were real. And we should be allowed to feel the way that we feel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I will stand up for myself. I'm not one of those people that's going to sit there and let you just, you know, unload your situation and your hate and having a bad time and pain on me. I'm not going to stand for that because I don't have to. You know, and with Nicci, people need to understand, once again, the issues are not totally and completely about me. Her issues have something to do with other things inside of her. So they're really not a reflection of my relationship because I don't have these kind of relationships with anyone else. Anyone else. Not even my mom. And we argue like dogs. But we don't even go that far. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother would never lie on me. My mother would never, you know what I'm saying? There's just, I don't have friends that just lie on me, you know, try to make me to look bad. Like, I don't have friends that defame me. I don't have friends like that. I don't, this is foreign to me, which is why, now the one thing that Iyanla did bring out was like, I'm really hard on myself a lot. And because I was bullied when I was younger, and I was bullied not just at school, but when I got home. You know what I'm saying? My family's very, they say what they feel type family.
Right.
So I started to bully myself.
Wow.
And one of the things that Iyanla pointed out was that, like, yo, you bully yourself. So you open the door for that energy for others to do it to you. You see what I'm saying?
Wow, that's a revelation.
That's deep, right?
Yes.
And it made me know, like, because she was like, what you see in Nicci, you see in yourself. And I'm like, no, I would never do the things that she's done. I would never do that to someone else. But I definitely do it to myself. You know, when we say it because that's all I know, because that's how I was raised. So when we say things like, oh my God, my hair is ugly, oh I'm fat, oh my God, I'm this and that, you know, we say things, we do it subconsciously, but we bully ourselves. Like, I'll take on most of the pain for somebody else. Being in relationships with men in my life, and I allow them to cheat on me and do things like that. And I was in an abusive relationship. So that's allowing men to do. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So because some people take that kindness for a weakness, and it's not really a kindness, it's a vulnerability. And because of it, it has made me closed as a person. You know what I'm saying? I've shut down in some areas of my heart. But again, the instance with Nicci is not really directly related to me. Like some of the stuff that she goes through and does are things that have happened to her that are causing her. Like she might react. I think Nicci was bullied too, when she was younger. So she reacts attack mode. I react defense mode. Follow what I'm saying? That's that's the difference. She acts like the bully because she's been bullied. I am the person that now, because I've been bullied, if you even look like you're going to bully me or anybody around me, I can't tolerate it.
Mm-hmm. It sounds
like... Because I beat myself up so bad. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. It's really deep.
Well,
it's really deep.
I was going to say one thing, because I really love Iyanla's show, and to talk to someone who was actually on the show and really got something from her, because we could see from television people are being blessed, yokes are being broken, and they're just being set free mentally and emotionally. But to talk to somebody that actually talked to Iyanla and to hear how her coaching has really impacted their life, it's just amazing just to hear you even refer back to her and how much you got and the insight you got about yourself. That's great.
I did, and it was a blessing. I'm telling you, and the show airs July 27th. It's a premiere show. It's an hour and a half special because it was my whole family, girl. She went through my father, my father. It's deep, like we come to find out that my whole family has been bullied, and that's why that bullying stuff is serious. A little girl just killed herself in New York because she's been bullied. But it creates a different kind of grown up. And I don't mean just bullying like, oh, we threw some pencils at you in school. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when I was little, like in the 6th or 7th, 5th and 6th grade. Kids would chase me home every day. Or like the entire classroom wanted to fight me. And I remember being terrified every day to go to school. Like, that's a lot for a child to handle and to grow up. Each grade, it was always something. I had to fight all the time. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I understand what kind of person it has created. It didn't create... Thank God it didn't create a person that was, I'm not in attack mode. I would never hurt a fly, because of it. But I'm defensive. Sometimes I'm too defensive. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Even if the person is, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if the person is wrong, sometimes they not worth the speech of customs. Sometimes you can really just chill. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to, just because somebody invited you to the fight, don't mean you got to show up. So that's what I'm learning now. And in my 30s, that's what I've been learning. That's why when Nicci be like, she's angry and violent, I'll be like, where did she get this foolishness from? She got that from me telling her that I used to be that way in my early 20s. In my early 20s, I used to be very angry and, fight my boyfriends, and we were getting in fights all the time because they was abusive and I'd just be fighting back. You know what I'm saying? But it's still, I was just as angry as they were. You know what I'm saying? But in my 30s, I stopped that when I had a baby. You can't be like that with babies.
That's right.
You can't be like that.
So basically,
then your kids will be like that. And then my husband is sweet as pie. Like, I couldn't even imagine myself when I raised my voice to him. It's awkward. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So he's real quiet and laid back. So God has put me in an environment where I was able to work on that. So, but she knew that used to be the old me. So she would try to pick. So this season, I said, okay, I'm gonna give you what you asked for. I'm gonna show you what you're asking for, because what you're asking for is foolishness. And sometimes, when I was taught, when a person bullies you, there's a couple of ways to fight a person. One, like when you're in a relationship with a man and he's dogging you, best thing to do is walk away from him. Best thing to do is leave him alone. Best thing to do, it'll kill him. And I'm talking about disappear, change your number, change everything. Okay. He can't get a hold of you. That will kill him dead. That will kill a man dead. Fighting and arguing with a man doesn't work. They don't respond to that. Now, a bully, somebody that's bullying you, that means they see a weakness in you, so they're taking advantage of you. First thing you need to do is cuss them out. Out from the door. No, I'm very serious. Because they'll only bother somebody that they feel they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will only come for a person that they feel they can. So that's the first thing you do to a person like that. Mm-hmm. Now, a person that keeps going, oh, okay. On TV, oh, okay. I see what this person is doing. Because in real life, Nicci would never do that to me. Mm-hmm. In real life, she would avoid me at all costs. Trust me. She doesn't want to argue in real life. She only does it when the cameras come on.
Wow.
So, if you're going to bully me, and people say, we got to set an example for these little girls out here. Well, what about these kids out here that are being bullied and don't know how to take up for themselves? So, I take up for myself. And I take up for Angie sometimes because they try to bully her too, and I didn't like it. So, that's just who I am. But I'm working on me. I'm trying.
I just want to say thank you for just sharing your story, because I was able to identify with you when you was talking about being bullied and being on the defensive. And so I was, but God had to deliver me from all of that. So I thank God that he did, so I was able to truly identify. I didn't know that part of your story, but how many other people out there will be able to identify with you, and especially bullying. You have so many people that was bullied. I know I was. When you was talking about growing up and being chased. I know I was just sharing that with my assistant, and how my mother always knew if we were late coming home from the store, we were down the street fighting. So she would get in her car and there we are scrapping all on the grass because you fighting kids in the neighborhood. And so I remember all those days and all the up until I got, to college. And so you could even step in my space, without me hitting you because I didn't want to get hit first. So I don't know what you're going to do. So just living on the defensive. And I just thank God that you shared that and that people will know that you were practicing restraint on the show because you know where you've been. And because, and ladies, if you're listening, when we share our stories with you, just as friends and girlfriends talking, please don't take that and then try to use that against us so you could see us get upset. I know what that feels like when you just said that, Syleena, because somebody did that to me. You share something with somebody, a part of your life, and it might be years ago, then they take it and want to try to use it against you later on in life. That's the old me. I don't do that no more. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, I confided in the person who I thought was my friend, and that was my mistake, And you'll see, even on the Yana Vanzani, like you gave people ammunition to hurt you. And, and I cried. I never cried so much in this year. It's ridiculous. And I told her I hate crying. It's the whole thing. Like, it's really deep. And I hope that a lot of women can. But you know what? She really helped me understand that it's okay to like people and to let people in sometimes. I'm in an industry where it's a lot of snakes. It just is. So I'm not very trusting of people because they're just not good. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson learned, and I just have to have better discernment.
I was going to say, spirit of discernment.
Better discernment. I just have to, I take full responsibility for things that go on with me, for the experiences that I have. Like, nothing happens to you. It happens for you. And so everything is a learning experience. I'm going to learn from this one. I hope that Nicci learns from this. And I hope that all the rest of the ladies learn from this. It used to just be real hard. I would try to stay quiet a lot, and they would always be saying, just be quiet, And I would just try to stay quiet for them most of the time. Because I would have been cussed out. I already know me. I was trying to stay quiet for them because it would be a stressful environment.
Right.
And I felt bad, like, they would get so angry, Mo would get so mad at us, and I'm just like, I just stay quiet, and, the truth always comes out. I don't have to defend the truth.
That's right.
The truth is what it is. Others have to defend their lies. You know what I'm saying? So tonight, is the last episode, and we're going to get to see firsthand what time it really is and who's who and what is what.
Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. I know you guys just shot that reunion special last week. Can't wait to see it. Would you be able to give us a little insight on the reunion before we go?
The reunion was interesting.
Is there anything you could share?
Once again, and all I'll say is, once again, I'm working on me.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Well, Syleena, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. We want to make sure that everyone watch R&B Divas on TV1 Wednesdays, 10/9 Central. If people want to follow you, Syleena, are you on Twitter? And if so, what's your Twitter address?
Yes, my Twitter account is Syleena_Johnson. My Facebook page is Syleena Johnson Official. Go to my website and go to my True Diva Hair website, www.truedivahair.com, and check out my illusionist products. I'm selling these amazing, beautiful necklaces now, too, which I just got in. They're so beautiful. And they're not expensive. And my T-shirt line, is Syleena Johnson.spreadshirt.com, with all my little funny fans. And what else? Mommy's Got Soul. We're working on distribution for that. That's done, signed, sealed, and delivered the right way.
Okay, I know that's right. So we get to see all of that.
Just stay. My Instagram is Syleena Johnson, all one word. I try to, take pictures and keep people, I'm going to the studio tonight with Bangladesh. We're working on my Chapter 6 album, which he's the executive producer. I'm late, actually, right now. So, I'm going in the studio. You guys just keep up with me. Twitter is the best place. I'll be tweeting live tonight during the show. I'm just going to have popcorn child. We're going to tweet live. And we're going to watch the last show. It was an amazing season. I'm very, very honored and proud to be a part of it. Shout out to TV1 and Think Factory for, editing and doing a great job on this season. And I'm so glad. And thank you, fans. Thank you guys so much for supporting this show. I don't care how much me and Nicci get into an argument. She had a great vision and a great dream, and it came to life. And people, I'd also like to say, if you all do not like some of the ladies on the show, please don't be so hard on us. We are all working. We are all a work in progress, child. We are trying hard.
I know that's right.
Just be patient with us. Just be patient with us. We off the chain, but we working it out. So I love you guys. Watch the show, and let me get in the shower so I can go to the studio if I get touched out by Bangladesh.
I know that's right. Thank you so much, Syleena. It was a joy having you on the show, and look forward to having you back.
Thank you.